and welcome to the PR Guru Show. Yes, it's the festive season. We might say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2025. But at the same time, I told you to some people, they don't want to hear Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. They just want the days to pass because of the challenges people have in life. But anyway, welcome to the PR Guru Show. And thank you to the Wala Production for always having me. And thank you for always following and giving your comments and calling me. Thank you so much for those that we've had a chit chat together, and the future is better. Welcome. So we're still in the festive mood, whether you like it or not. We say that seasons change. There's summer, there's autumn, there's winter, you know, depending on where you come from, there's spring. So today I want us to talk about the festive season. We're still digging in here and there are so many examples happening on our media platforms across the country, on our social media, on how beneficial it is for organizations to be out there, to now take advantage of this festive season. Remember, there is no rest. In fact, right now is when you're supposed to be the busiest. All right? Welcome. So today we're going to talk about how important PR is during the festive season and after the festive season. All right? So all these things you're going to do as an organization, you already organized what to do. You went out there. We've seen some organization give chicken somewhere, give phones, give goats. Yeah, it goes with the moods of the season, and also it relates to the person on the ground. And this person on the ground is your consumer, your customer, your client. So you really want to relate right now when times are good. And then in the next year, when now you start the season, that person will always remember, like, this person, this organization was always there with me. So it creates goodwill. After the festive season, of course, you've done the good, you've given away your gifts, you've actually sponsored some people to go for a vacation. So at the same time, you've created a goodwill. Now this goodwill will change or will engage the consumer with you in future. It will change the perspective of this consumer towards your organization. They will know that, wow, it is possible for me to actually go and be a client in this organization, follow this organization. Let us look at our radio stations. That is exactly what they do. Our media houses, that is exactly what they do. At the same time, the festive season, the places where we go for holidays. So these are the things that are supposed to be done. When hotels or the hospitality industry is giving 2 to 3 nights, you know, those are very important nights. In fact, even if it is one night, very important. The experience there will change your life. Now, it is cooperation. We need to cooperate. And I told you, as an organization, you don't grow alone. You need the media to show that you actually gave some people a getaway. So also you need the social media to show that, you know, this getaway was this way. These clients also need to post on the social media, and then it goes round and round and round. Now, it also nurtures a long-term relationship. Yes. You give me a vacation this Christmas, trust me, next Christmas I'll be thinking, wow, who will do that? And then throughout the year, I'll always be thinking, there's Easter coming, okay? There are so many public holidays coming. I'll always be saying, I'm going back to that place, that place, that place. So it nurtures long-term relationships. Yeah, long-term relationships. It also mitigates crisis, exactly. Because right now, as a CEO or the dream bearer, it's the festive season. You're going to meet these people through roadshows. You're giving giveaways in hospitals. You're together with this person at their vulnerable moment. Right now, you're helping someone actually build a house who was living maybe in a shanty. We've seen a lady on social media who is going around cutting people's hair and making them look smart, at least giving them a smile for the day. When you do actually that, when you go to the ground, you're relating with this person, and you will get to hear things about your organization and your products that you've never had. Imagine being told about your product. Let's say drink A, and then they tell you this drink A nowadays comes from a shortcut place. It doesn't taste as it usually does. And then you will realize, maybe there's some other businesses purporting to use your brand and benefiting from it by selling fake products. So you see, relate to the people on the ground right now. And I told you as a CEO, you don't have to have a suit to be on the ground in the festive season. No, you just have to be yourself. Now, the other thing, it also gets you to understand customer complaints. Why are they complaining? Also, it gives you product returns in terms of understanding your product, its reach, if it is expensive, if it is not expensive. Also, it also helps you understand the breaches that have been there in your organization. All right? Now, you can use these PR tools to ensure that after the festive season, you actually are out there ensuring that you take advantage of the goodwill, the nurturing the long term. Now, this is what you do. Use press release. Every time you go somewhere, as a CEO, you're a very big person. As a manager, you are big. And as a dream bearer, so let your communication person write a press release that Mr. Mwangi actually came to this place and gave out this and this and this and this, and then send them to radio stations that actually Mr. Mwangi has done this and this somewhere. Accompany them with pictures, accompany them with audio. So when you do press release, people will know, wow, it's really happened. The other thing is, have news conferences. Address that issue that you had on the ground. You know, talk to this when you finally finished talking with your clients or the people on the ground. Maybe you had organized a football match. Do a press release. Not a press release, actually address the media. Tell the media, you know, today I've been here and I've had this product that is not mine but purporting to be mine, you know, and then you get ideas on how to better maybe curb that situation. So when people hear you, they will know, here. So we are expecting some changes. The other thing is publicity. You will have hand publicity, because when you're doing the press interview, behind you are football fans and they have won and they've given them gifts. Trust me, nowadays we have smartphones, so everybody will be, hey, CEO, nilikuwa hapo, hii media nilikuwa hapo. So when they post on social media, you've gotten the publicity for free, imagine. The other thing is sponsorship. Now the next time, I told you, when you want to go somewhere as an organization or do even meet and greet, you've just appeared somewhere, people are playing volleyball and you're doing meet and greet, trust me, someone will take a snap of you. Try and call other organizations, tell them, come on board, let's take water to these people. Tuwapeleke maji, tuwapeleke lunch, tuwapeleke kasoda. You see, now sponsorship comes that way. When you as a dream bearer, remember your other dream bearers and call them, let's go together, you know. So sponsorship will come on, and then they will see this is a good thing and you cannot go anywhere alone. And then product placement, you'll know where to now place your product. And remember, I'll use an example. We have different packaging of water. We have water that is packaged on our day-to-day bottles, we understand them. But when I say day-to-day bottles, we have different classes in life. Unfortunately, we can't avoid such. So there are some water that are packaged in some very beautiful bottles. I'm not saying the ones we take are not beautiful, but you understand me, the kind of figure the bottle has been given, you know, and the name of the water, you know, it's just the same water, but it's just the designing of the bottle and everything. So you will know how to package your water depending on where your water is being taken. If it is conference meetings, you know which type of bottling you need and packaging you need to do. If it is in the field, people are playing football, you know what type and everything, all right? So there, it's imaging, it's creativity, and it's your branding. Now, all these, you will achieve them through strategic communication. But I told you, you just don't wake up and, hey, it's Christmas, tuanze. No, you need to have a strategic team that you had organized from the beginning of the year towards the end. All right, so it will happen through strategic communication and strategic planning and media relations. So at the same time, community relations. You cannot just come out of nowhere and then you tell us you have this product, this, and yet we have not experienced that product throughout the year or over time, you know. So people just look at you like, inigami, which is this. So if people have always known you, then community relations will not be hard, because throughout the year you did some road shows, awareness, created awareness, did this and that. And then now, internal strategies, we'll have internal strategies on how to work on that. And then crisis communication, also you understand. Now, since I've gotten someone who has given me a secret that my product is actually being, my brand is being used to sell fake products, then I will need to do something. So that is a crisis strategy that you will need to work on. Then you need the team to sit down and try and investigate which product is this that is using our brand. And these things happen. We have drinks that no longer taste as the original drink that we used to know. Reasons being, if you investigate yourself, you realize, wow, zinatolewa kwa njia ya mkato, they are fake, but the person is actually using a certain brand, same as the other brand. So you see, there's such confusion. So it is always good to keep your eyes on the ground. Now, the other thing is, it's when you want to continue creating relatable campaigns, this is what you do. After you've done all that, then you will be able to create relatable campaigns. You know, oh, last time we did this, I got this. Then after the festive season, then you will want to come back and say, you know, guys, this is what we did. And after the festive season, there is so much you can do. There is so much you can do now to make your brand really tight. Remember, there's students who passed the KCSE and they will not maybe afford to go to uni or any other college. There are students who passed in various levels, but they cannot proceed because of financial challenges and because of other things that happen. So why not jump into education? Education actually gives you one of the most tangible foundation in your organization, especially if you have such. You look at sponsoring a student. The other thing also, you look at maybe starting a business for someone who really has that dream. You've met this person. You look at maybe building this football team that you met in your area. They were just playing. And they told you their dreams. Like, you know, I want to be this footballer. I want to be. Then you hold on to one. All right. Now, the festive season is all about celebration. So ensure in everywhere you go as a CEO or a manager, don't go empty-handed, you know, and then don't promise things you cannot achieve. Just do your compile, do your analysis and everything. Don't promise anything first until you go back, sit down with the team, and then you see this can be achievable, and then now start planning on how to go to the ground. Because if you promise and then you go to the meeting of your managers and they tell you this is not viable, it's not tangible, you see, you will not want to place your money where actually you're not going to get it back. The other thing is, it gives alternative ways of life. When you actually engage in creating relatable campaigns, it gives alternative ways of life. We have women who actually break stones, kutengeneza kokoto hizo zote. We have such women. How are you going to help this mother who sits under the scorching sun, the rain, the wind, the harsh weather? So you see, you don't just promise mama nitakusaidia. No, you need to look into what other strength this woman has. Is it building a shade for her if she loves this job? Is building a shade for her enough? Is looking for more clients for her enough? Or is bettering her business enough, maybe giving her something else? Now, the other thing is also look at the customer demography. Now, since we come from different villages, and in Kenya we celebrate culture differently. We come from Western, we come from the coast, we come from the Rift Valley, Central, we come from all over Eastern, Northeastern. So look at it this way. You have employees, and this is when now employee diversity comes in. How do you employ? Do you have representation from everywhere in the country, even Africa, even the world? Or you just go with your people? Hey, it is Central, we are Centraling. It is Rift Valley, we are Rift Valley. No, you see, when you have an advantage where you've employed people from various diversities, it will help you send these employees as your ambassadors to the ground to go and know this is where we need to come in, if my organization can come in. So understand the demography of the place that your employees comes from. Now, and this is where I say the cuckoos and the mbusis we saw on the media, by a certain organization that was very strategic, and this is what we talk about. You know, if you take cuckoos to Western, they are very, they'll be very happy. You've made actually their Christmas. If you take the phones, the phones to them, you know, they like calling on radio and everywhere, you've actually done them the best thing. If you take something else to Central, like jembes, like mbolea, like mahindi and everything, you know, you've actually made their day, because they will go on continuing and expanding their farming. In Rift Valley, if you give someone a cow, you know, you've helped this person by far. So understand the diversity of the people that represent, the employees that represent the different areas. So up to there, as we go on along these strategies, I'm also pitching my strategy. Yes, as a PR guru, I'm saying, hey, how can I come in? How can I help? And this is what we do. In every organization, you need a PR person, and if you haven't had one, then it is high time you consider. Then the other thing also is PR consultants do not have to even sit in your office 24 hours. No, you just have maybe to consult on a particular thing, and then they give you the strategy. Remember, we have short term and long term. You discuss, and then now you should have a budget for that, and then it drives you through the long term and the short term. And remember, the short term takes about 6 months, and then the long term 12 months, and that is a year. So by the time the end of the year comes, you're now sitting down and analyzing. And I told you before, you cannot analyze what you did not take the data for from the beginning. All right, now you need to start rolling after the festive season. What is up for organizations? Nice. Contact me through 07 23 165 349, or send an email to kiriswoj@gmail.com. Now, what am I going to help you with? You're going to choose on the strategic communications. How do you want to improve that? You're also going to choose either it is the social and digital media strategies. Choose. The other thing is also targeted PR. Yes. And the other thing is creative services. Nice. And the crisis communication. And this is where we say, nowadays, please ensure that you pay for the intellect of this person, because some people ask, hey, umefikia station fulani, nifanye aje, then we will talk more about that and see the end game. It's not always about giving the solution. No, there's always something that follows and follows. And public relations is the link between the organization and its clients, who are the public. Now, up to there, I want to say thank you for always keeping me company through the year. We're going to another year, and you know there's so many things we can do together. This is the PR Guru Show. My name is Janet Kiriswo. Thank you to the Wala Production for always doing this for me, and you for always viewing. Keep sharing the links and share within your WhatsApp groups. Watch and then get to understand exactly what you might be needing for the next year of growth.